100% is true. It's 100% true. And I'm going to tell you, as a millennial white woman who has completely walked away from everything that she has known in her white supremacy-based fucking piss-ass families, it's true. It's true. White women are the fucking problem. They embolden.
I just can't find a video where they can't cuss, man. I'm trying to get better with that just for YouTube guidelines, but please forgive me. Yo, you tuning in to the Notion Podcast. I'm your host, Dspill, and you are tuning in to Outlawed Opinions. And it's me, ready to give mine. Anyways, I'm going to let this woman finish because she had a mouthful to say about some of the activities and some of the behaviors in her own community. This woman looks to be Caucasian. I'm going to assume and believe that she is Caucasian. Let's get right into it.
The problem. They marry the problem. They birth the problem. They're lazy as fuck and they play victim about the goddamn problems that they're participating in. I don't know one happy white woman in one of my families. I only know white women that are either alone because men fucked them over and ruined their goddamn livelihoods and drove them insane.
Potty mouth. Now, she's upset about something. I mean, I think that's pretty much clear, right? But yeah, I'm gonna just let her finish, man. She got a lot to say about her folks.
Or they settled because they wanted their fucking retirements and they decided, hey, I might as well let this fucking pissant live next to me. White women and families that have watched their fucking husbands treat them like shit, beat on them, cheat on them, everything, but they still staying with them, laid down like a doormat. They'll be sitting at all these family picnics talking shit about these men, talking about how much they fucking hate them, how they're losers, how they get shit stains in their pants, but they stayed married to them and they still fucking voted to embolden them. White women will sell out their daughters, sell out their children. They will quite literally do anything as long as they get picked. As long as they're not the ones getting beat on. Because what do we...
Did she just call white women pick-me's? Wow. Okay.
know about toxic-ass white families, pathetic, shitty, white supremacy-based fucking toxic-ass white families? Let me tell you about those families. When they're not going after gay people, when they're not going after black people, when they're not going after marginalized groups and poor people, they're beating the fucking shit out of white girls in the family.
That's just unfortunate. That's just very sad. But hey, Dizzy, why would you want to do a Notion podcast video on something like this? What does this have to do with your own culture and your own people? Is what I ask myself, and what people will probably wonder. I'm going to give you all of that. I really am going to give you my synopsis and why I chose to cover this. But this is very, very interesting. Let's keep it going.
Especially if you're a free thinker. God forbid you're pretty, okay, or got a brain. Oh my God, you're getting your ass fucking beat down. And so what happens to those white women? They either find their way in the family so that they can at least be accepted and have love and support, whatever the fuck that looks like, or they leave, like me, and they get demonized and chastised for it.
So she clearly left her family. She clearly came from a pretty rough, I would also say, toxic family, and she's passionate about it. I don't know if she just got off the phone with somebody, but she's very passionate about what she's saying. And it's, you know, it's interesting. This isn't the first video I've seen where a white woman or a young white woman has some things to say about her own community. It's a thing now, you know. I've even seen some Spanish folks call their people out, and you know, we ain't never too shy about calling our own out. We have a whole sector called the Black conservatives that consistently beat down on the community. So it's shared between a lot of different communities, but I think this is more of an American culture thing. I don't just be seeing a whole lot of other cultures really go in the way Americans go in on their own race. But I'll keep it going.
This is white supremacy. Everything these fucking people are saying is true. I've watched white women in my family show up for my crackhead cousin who's been to jail a dozen times and put money on her books and celebrate her because she's selling herself short and being a fucking nobody. When I graduated college, not one of my fucking aunts or mothers or any of those things was there to support me. Nah.
That could happen in the Black community too. But I'm gonna keep it going.
You want to know why? Because they didn't like it when I got smarter and I got more intelligent and I could empower myself. Because white women are just a tool for abusive white men. to stay in power.
Yo, TikTok is like on fire with people really saying how they feel. I will admit that they are on fire. You hear me? They're on fire about that. Now, what I do want to say, because I said I'll give my synopsis at the end. Why? Why would I cover this? What does this have to do with anything? Well, as we've been growing here on social media and on the YouTube space, I'm going to be transparent with y'all. There are tons of comments in a lot of our videos with higher views of people attacking. Sometimes they attack me. They attack my co-host. I mean, I don't take it as an attack, but that's just the word I'm using. And they talk about us. They talk about, when we're discussing race, a little bit of politics, because we try not to go political like that. And the consistent comments that are being said and the narrative that's being perpetuated is black people are this and your people are that and they do this and black women and black men and your culture, all of this crap, right? And the thing that I find interesting about it is that here it is. It's this Caucasian woman, some people would say privileged, right? The pinnacle, the top of privilege, has all of these negative experiences and these negative things that she's saying and that she's admitting about her own group of people. And what I find interesting about that is everything that she was saying about her family and what she's been around as far as in growing up being a white woman or growing up from a young white woman into a grown white woman, everything negative that she was saying is the things that are often being said about black people. Everything that she said, everything. And so I just found that interesting because it's really easy to find video clips of basketball wives and, just a random video on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube of some degeneracy. And when it's a black person, it's all of that. That's how they are. Look at them, animals, monkeys. And these are things I've seen with my own eyes. I'm not making this stuff up. These are things I've seen on Facebook, on different platforms. Oh, the disrespect is there. Now, usually these people are cowards. They don't have a photo of themselves. Now, on Facebook, they bold. First, last name, where they work and all of this stuff. They're very bold on Facebook. But for the most part, a lot of these people are cowards. They have their names hidden. And I just found it very interesting that, here it is. This woman has all of this built up frustration, probably a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment, talking about her own community. And everything that she was describing is what the media describes about black people. Everything that she was describing is what some people that are heavy into politics, when they bring up the black people as a talking point, these are the things that they list. And here it is, a woman, college educated woman, that comes from a white family is telling you, no, everything that you guys feel and believe is true. So here's my question to the idiots that will jump in the comment section and will try to justify and take some shots at me, shots at the platform. Why shouldn't I believe her based off what she said? Now, to the folks that want to have dialogue, to my people that want to comment on this, what do you think about this? That's just something I just thought was interesting that I felt like I wanted to touch up on. I thought it was, wow. She said a lot, man. She really did say a lot. I hope she got some therapy because it seems like she has some serious trauma, and I hope she's in a better place. Maybe this was just a PSA or something that's just been on her mind, to release that energy. But man, let me know what you guys think, for real. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about that. This is an interesting conversation. This isn't the first, second, third, or fourth video or person I've seen come out and say this about people in her community, in the white community. So I would love to have a conversation about it. I would love to know what you guys think. You've been tuning in to the Notion Podcast with your boy, Dizzy Dspill. Until next time, holla at your boy. Peace.